Hello, hi, Gigpreneur. What is going on? Welcome. Happy Thursday, and hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. My name is Sean Azimi, and I'm somebody, it's a corporate guy, working many years, call center environment, 12, 14-hour days, putting in 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, until my pancreas shut down on me, quit on me, left me unemployable, means I can't get a job, and with nothing to fall back on. So we're actually going to talk about that tonight a little bit. So now I got redirected to the whole online space, and I help people start a side gig online, and we grow it using social media. So if you've ever been curious or maybe serious about doing something online, you just don't know what to do, where to go, all that stuff, well, drop the word side gig in the comments, and I'll get back with you after this live. What's up? If you're joining me live or watching the replay, it would be nice to know where you are tuning in from. So do tell. So I was talking to my neighbor today, and she's a very sweet Christian lady, if you would. I love her. She's amazing. She has so many stories to tell. But anyway, we were talking, and we always get into this conversation about nutrition, how important it is, because she's somebody who takes a bunch of different things during the day for a bunch of different conditions that she has to deal with. And she always says, without these, I would be, you know, I don't know where I would be. And she tries to do most everything the natural way, the plant-based way. So rarely would she be taking a prescription of any kind. So she likes the homeopathic and plant-based products. But we were talking, and we've talked about this before. But she hit me with a question today that it kind of got me for a second. You know, it got me. Um, I was telling her about, some days I have a really rough day, some days I don't, and it's gotten to a point where I'm yeah, I mean, I'm sometimes afraid to eat because I just feel like it's not going to stick around for that long. So it's a thing to deal with. But we were talking about all this stuff, and how the job thing went away, how the fiance went away, and the head rock bottom, and everything went away. And she hit me with a question, and it got me for a second. She asked me, she said, "Why do you think God did that?" Have you ever thought about that? If God Almighty is aware of everything and wants nothing but good for his people, why would he do that? Maybe you're going through a rough time. Maybe you're going through some financial difficulties. Maybe you're going through some health challenges. Maybe you're going through both. Who knows, right? But if you're somebody of faith, do you ever question, like, why would God do that? Now, here's the thing. Some people ask, well, couldn't God get you out? Yeah, because, he can do anything. But why does God allow that? Is more of a real question. Why would God allow that? Why would God allow my pancreas to shut down? all this stuff happened to me in the past 3 years and have me hit rock bottom really hard. Why would God allow that? And I had to take a breath, think for 1 second, because I've thought about this before, but not in this context. I had to think about it for a second, and these are the two reasons why I believe God allowed this to happen to me. Maybe you can relate with these. First thing is, God, um, about your health, I feel like He lets your body speak to you. Like when you have aches or pains, or when you have an organ that goes bad, or you have a stroke, you have heart failure, you have all these things. I feel like God lets your body speak to you, like you speaking to you, like your body, you as a whole, is speaking to you. If you, let's say, you eat spicy food and you have a really bad reaction to it, would you say that your body speaks to you? When you have an allergic reaction to something, I know my cousin can't eat any mushrooms, just hives, and just he's got to like get rushed to the hospital, right? So, do you think that his body speaks to him? Yeah, our body speaks to us. And sometimes we ignore that, don't we? Ah, I don't have to work out tonight. I'll just do it tomorrow. Ah, it's just one pizza, not one slice, but one pizza, right? It's just a couple of pieces of pastry. It's not gonna kill me, right? So we ignore the conversation our body is having with us. And I feel like one of the reasons why God allowed this in my life is that He really wanted me to pay attention to my body. Like, be more careful of what I eat, what I don't eat, how I eat, how much I eat, when I eat, all this stuff, right? And I do my best to um, to watch out for things. I do my best. I'd have to be transparent and tell you that I'm not like one of those guys that has everything undialed, right? At a certain time, I do this, or I wish I was that disciplined, but I'm not. But I do my best, right? So that first one was that your body is going to speak with you. So when these things happen, I'm asking you to pay attention to that. And the second reason why God allowed this in my life was that He really wanted me to get closer to Him. He wanted me to get closer to Him. Sheena, I see you, right? Sometimes that's how you get someone's attention, don't you? For those of you who are parents out there, you already know sometimes you have to like take things away or be very rough or however way you do your thing, but you got to get the kids' attention, right? And I feel like He really wanted me to get closer to Him. What does that mean? Um, Pray to Him. Thank Him for my health again. Thank Him for the next chapter in my life. Thank Him even for the struggles and the speed bumps and the rock bottom. Why? Because I really grew during this time, right? I grew closer to Him. I grew closer to myself. Um, if I were, I'm more aware of myself. I'm more I take more time to myself, right? So I feel like, um, so I feel like that was a main reason for this whole thing for him to allow it to happen. Because here's the thing, he allows things to happen. He doesn't do things to you, he allows things to happen for you. Really want you to pay attention to that. God is not your uh, enemy. He's on your side. So he doesn't do things to you, he allows things to happen for you. Okay. And maybe it's supposed to be the next chapter of your life. Maybe you're supposed to grow out of this thing. Maybe whatever it is, he allows that happen to for you. This is so big because a lot of us sit there and right here in the beginning, right? A lot of us sit there and complain and blame God. Why would you do this? Right? And I've been there. I've actually done those things. I've said those things, but at one point you realize, you know what? No, He's allowing things to happen for me, right? As bad as it may sound to me, but in His eyes, that's what's happening. So when my friend asked, "Hey, why do you think God did this to you?" I responded by saying, first, I think that God didn't do this to me. I think God allowed this happen for me. And she was really surprised by that answer. And then I followed up with, I said, one is that He really wanted me to hear my body. He really wanted me to listen to my body and hear myself out. Like things are falling apart, well, you got to fix them, right? Like a car. You're listening to things. And second is that He really wanted me to get closer to Him, to pray to Him, to talk to Him, to read His words, to because I've promised Him that everything is going to be all glory to Him. So yeah, so maybe you're going through a really rough chapter in your life, and maybe you're wondering, why would God do this to me? I want you to rethink that. I want you to rethink that and think that God is allowing this for me. That was God. What was God? Sorry. So He's allowing this for me. So um, if again, if you're going through a rough time, it's there's something gonna come out of it that it's gonna even surprise you even more, right? And the attitude change is going to have a lot to do with that. The journey is going to be a little bit easier to deal with, because if you're thinking, oh, this is just attacking me and killing me and this, versus, oh, this is happening for me, so I'm going to grow out of this, I'm going to get better, I'm going to grow, I'm going to become better, I'm going to do more. If you're thinking that way, the journey is going to be a little bit more easier to deal with than the other side. So with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. And I know you know somebody who needs to hear this and get value from this. Tag him. Let's go already. Tag him. Share this with him. That was the Father. What was I don't understand the that. What is that? What was that? I don't understand the that part. I got the God and Father part, but I didn't get the that part. Sheena, thank you for all the love. And if you're not following me, I mean, why not? Let's go already. Follow me. You can follow me on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. I go with Side Gig Sean. And then the other thing I want to mention is some of you really like my meology reels, the customized, personalized vitamin pack that I take. Oh my God, they're freaking amazing. And I've been doing it. This is my 8th day. Well, I didn't post one for today, but I'm going to post it right after this live. And if you're curious to know why I didn't post it today, because again, you got to check it out to know why I didn't. But I want to show you consistency, and I want to show you that no matter what, you show up. You know what I mean? No matter what. So I'm going to post my neology, right? And here's the thing. The reason why I didn't post it, I probably should have said it in that video. I didn't. But I take this live. Like when I posted, it's like I take this live, I go and I put the caption on it, and then I post it. So I posted within 10 minutes of when I took it, right? So it's not like I took it in the morning and then posted at night. It's within 10 minutes. Like I download the clip, I put the caption on it, and then I post it. So it's within like 10 minutes. So right before this live is when I took my vitamin pack. Oh, and by the way, this is like customized. So there's a link I can send you if you're interested. You can go in there and you plug in, you answer a few questions. If you have your latest blood results, you can plug those numbers in. And what happens is that it literally reads what your body needs. How cool is that? And it gives you a little pack with your name on it. Say, what? With your name on it, and then this is basically all you take. So it replaces all the other stuff you take. It's like a no-brainer, and it's literally mine is literally less than $2 a day, and I know you pay more than that for like 2 bottles of vitamins out there. So yeah, it's just like it's ridiculous. It's the best thing I ever decided to do. So anyway, I'm going to post my neology reel right after this. Go check it out. And I do ask a question in there that I really want some feedback on. So if you know the answer, maybe you can help out. Sheena. And yeah, with that, that's it. With that, I am Sean Azimi. I'm somebody who used to work in the corporate world, call center environment for many years. 19 years. I was in the corporate world for 24 years. 19 years in the mortgage industry, cubicle world, all day, every day. I used to put in 12, 14, 16-hour days. That was normal. That was like a normal job to me. Like I literally didn't understand when people said I have a 9 to 5. I'm like, what is that? Like I'm at the office at 5:55 a.m. I get home like at 10 at night. I don't even know what 9 to 5 is. Like literally, I think I've had 38 jobs in 10 different industries, and I think it's only been 2 jobs. Well, but we did overtime there. Maybe 3 jobs that I've had like 8-hour days. Like I don't know what that means. It's like I've always worked like these long 12, 14, 16-hour days. I used to go to the office when it was dark. I'd come home when it was dark. You know, people don't understand what goes on in the mortgage industry, mortgage world. There is so much to be done. There's literally no downtime during the day. So crazy. So I went from that and I did it for like 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. Some of you have actually worked in that office with me, have then messaged me like, oh, I remember, that's cool. Very cool to actually get that feedback. That's cool. But I went from all of that to having, like I just talked about, my pancreas just shut down, quit, boom. And now I can't even do a 9 to 5 job. I just can't. So I'm unemployable. I can't do a job because I never know what kind of a day I have, right? So I got redirected to this whole online space, and I had to figure it out. You know, took me a little bit, figuring it out, and now I help folks just like you, just like me, to start a side gig, and we grow it using social media. So, God, yeah, I feel like God allowed that happen to me, for me. God allowed that to happen for me. Yeah. Um, he took all that stuff off because, I feel like even though I'm very familiar with the corporate world and I stutter, but I'm totally fine handling what I need to handle in the corporate world or in real life. I feel like he took all that stuff away. And I've done a live about this, but I'll give you this since you're here. I feel like he took all that stuff away because I'm not supposed to have a job in an office. I'm just not. That's not where my purpose is. My purpose is not to do mortgage loans. That's not my purpose. He took all that stuff away to take all the distractions away. Like I say, you'll hear me often say, you don't get restricted, you get redirected. And I got redirected. I got redirected from the whole corporate world and the office world and cubicle world. I got redirected to the online space. And the way you grow here, the way you have a serious income, thanks. Hopefully not by the cops. Um, um, but the way you succeed here is you can't do it alone. Just can't. It's not a solo sport. You 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 gotta have other people who want stuff, and you help those people, right? So you can't get to the top by yourself. You just have to pull a bunch of people up with you, and that's how you do it. And imagine that would be your purpose, lifting others up. What a cool purpose. Now, do you lift people up that they don't want to be lifted? And like grab them or like, oh, you're coming with me when they don't really want to? No. So you look for those people who want to be lifted. You lift them. That's why I often say at the end of every live, if this resonates with you, if you feel like, you know what, I got to do something online. I mean, if you're not, you're gonna really kick yourself. Just everybody is doing something, little thing, something online. It doesn't matter if you make like $50, you made it. You know, but some people are making some big numbers. So you can't deny it. This gig economy is for real. It's for real, right? So imagine having that purpose to be lifted at the same time. It's not like you're amazing. You're learning things. You fall, you get up, you keep going. It's just imagine that being your calling, your purpose, not only to grow as a person, but help others grow. That's pretty cool. I think, hmm, there's a book out there, I think. It says in there, um, find many to help them. I wonder what book is that? Find a way to help the many. Find a way to help the many, not help you, the many. So that's kind of my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah. So yeah, I went from all that to not being able to work, and that was a double whammy because I lost my income and I lost my health, both of them at the same time. Well, within 92 days, and it sucked. I had nothing to fall back on. Lost everything. Hit rock bottom again. So that's how I got redirected here, online space. And now, like I said, I help people who want to be, right? Who want to create something online and grow it using social media. Like I say every night, and well, not every night, but once in a while you'll hear me say this. If you were going to start a side business, where else would you start it? Like at the corner of your street, or you'd get another job, or you do a side gig online. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Of course, you do it online, right? And then, if you were going to grow your business, how would you grow it? Would you go knock on everybody's door? Would you pay thousands of dollars for advertising? Or would you use social media? Duh. So, of course, you'd start a side gig online and grow it using social media. Why wouldn't you? Right? So, it's like, it's I would call it common sense. It's common sense, right? So I help people like that. I have people who want to start something online and grow it using social media. I'll share with you what I do, how I do, what we do, and you know, if it works with you, works. If it doesn't, doesn't. We move on. So sales in person is hard. I don't know. I thought it was in the beginning, but you know what? After a while, all sales is the same. And here's another thing. I've done a couple lives on this actually. Everything is sales. Even when you tell somebody I'm not good in sales, you just sold that person about you not being good. If that person says, "Oh, okay," you sold them that you suck. That's what that means. Now imagine if you swap it. I mean, switch it. It's like I'm terrible at sales. Okay, I bought it. Perfect. You suck. Yeah. So keep that in mind. Everything is sales. When you got kids, if you're parents, for you parents, have you ever told your kid like not to do this, eat that, eat that? You sold them on that. What happens when the kid just stands there and says, "I want this," and doesn't leave until it gets it? They sell you on that. So everything is sales because sales is only influence. That's all it is. So, and the days that again I've done lives on this, but the days people say I am not good in sales, there were days that I would say, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, you know," but today there's no excuse for that because you can take freaking free classes on YouTube and become amazing. Take some, learn some principles and apply them again, apply them again, just like with any other job, right? So that's what you gotta consider. So that was a that was a long ending, but some of you, I love it. Some of you are sticking on. I am seeing people on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram even. So thank you, and of course TikTok. So with that, I am signing off. Don't forget, I'm posting my meology reel right after this, maybe about 10 minutes after this. I gotta load this up on other channels. And yeah, and then with that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again.